Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Breaks Originals. And for this very special episode, we'll be featuring the LEGO costume Jurassic World Dominion Parasaurolophus. This is in collaboration with Ibito Universe. The guest SPECIE contest winners will be announced later on in the video, so stay tuned in, guys. Now for the making of our Parasaurolophus. So we have here our plan for the Parasaurolophus, and we're going to assemble this by using different parts of different figures. So we have here the baryonyx as the main base figure for this one. We're going to invert the body, and we'll be using that as our main body for our Parasaurolophus. Now we have to cut out of the single claws on this baryonyx, and we're going to take out the large claws for it, because Parasaurolophus won't have those particular claws, of course. We added in articulation on the elbow of the Parasaurolophus, and we're almost there. Alright, so we're actually nearing our Parasaurolophus end. So we added in 2x3 studs on the back. We shortened the tail. We used here the head of our previous Parasaurolophus, and here we have it. So the primer Parasaurolophus is now ready for painting. So we'll be using our Parasaurolophus here, of course. We have certain brushes. Of course, we have acrylics, water over here, and this handy dandy hair dryer. Now let's begin painting. So this is a mixture of olive green, some burnt sienna, and some black and some white. So we mix them up together, and we have this particular color. So this, when it dries, will actually be more like of an old chocolate bar, which you left with molds in it. I don't know how to really describe it, but yeah, so this is how it's going to look at. And so we're painting this on almost the entire body of the Parasaurolophus, and using the same colors, we added in some white, and we're painting those on the lower sections of the Parasaurolophus. A lighter version of this particular color will be also used for our underbelly side of the Parasaurolophus. So in between the layers or coats, we actually use our hand dryer, so that when you pick it up, it won't smudge on your hands. Now again, using the same colors that we have earlier on, we added in more white, and we're painting it on the lower sections or the lowest sections of the Parasaurolophus. So this brings up a smooth gradient from a darker brown to lighter brown to a much lighter, almost what do you call this? A skin tone like color. Now with a small brush, using the same colors that we have, we're applying several dots here and there as scales for our Parasaurolophus. So I actually do this on one side first, and then repeat the same step on the other side, taking note that we have to at least be as symmetrical as possible with the completed side. Now with some blue added in with the colors that we have here with the browns, this is how it looks like. And we're going to paint this on the crest as well as the stripes on the body of our Parasaurolophus. So I usually make this in several colors or several coats, because sometimes when it dries, it becomes really dark. So just overlay them up and do the same steps over and over. So with some white and the browns that we have earlier on, we with just a tip of that, we're going to paint the light sections on the face of the Parasaurolophus, as well as the legs and the arms of the Parasaurolophus. So carefully painting on these sections, have it dried and create another layer so that the white would be more visible when you take a look at it. Alright, so using the same colors that we have earlier on the face, we're creating bold stripes on top of the blue stripes here on the Parasaurolophus. This makes these stripes more visible and makes the figure stand out as well. And that's it for the making of our Parasaurolophus. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and learned something from it as well. Now let's move on with the announcements of the Guess the Species contest winners. And of course, we have 10 lucky picks. Here they are. Potato Graphics, Zacchaeus, Ali, Christopher Craig, Aisha, Storm Dragon, Ross Graham, Ali Joriel, Zara, Angel 101. Congratulations everyone, and now for our top 10 winners. Natalia Z,
Top 9.
J. Oliver Perko,
Top 8.
Cezanne Jimenez,
Top 7.
Victor Gabriel.
Top 6.
Let's get groovy.
Top 5.
Mr. T-Rex,
Top 4.
Hassel Forbes,
Top 3.
Mimic Production,
Top 2.
Hunter Hints,
Top 1.
some Samniosis Microcephalus. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you on the next Guess the Species contest. For those of you who would like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Breaks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Breaks homepage. And in the homepage, just click on that community link and it will lead you to all our posts. And now on with Assembrix. Alright, so let's count down the number of parts to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have 10 parts. Let's assemble this one by connecting the head with the neck. Oh, I think it's 11 because we have another piece here for the opening of the mouth. So 11 parts. Let's connect this one with the body. Now let's connect the arms. The other side. The legs. And of course the tail. And that completes our Jurassic World Dominion Parasaurolophus. And now for some Extinct Breaks Dino Trivia. Parasaurolophus is known from 3 certain species: Walkeri, Tubicin, and Creatocreatus. All of them can be distinguished from each other and have many differences. And now for a closer look on our figure. Alright, so this Jurassic World Dominion episode series is going to be extra special because we're featuring this Jurassic World Dominion Parasaurolophus. Now there are a lot of pictures, or there aren't a lot of pictures that have been released yet on our Parasaurolophus for Dominion. However, I based this particular Parasaurolophus from this photo. So I know there's a lot of designs yet, so I may change this eventually, but for now I'm happy with the design that I made based off from that particular photo. So there are some patterns wherein there's blue here and then there's white in between on most of the back, but those aren't official photos that I got, so we're basing it off from that photo instead. Nonetheless, the end results are quite magnificent, and You can see here that the face is really looking cute here, and the arms and the legs are quite very similar to the iguanodon of Walking with Dinosaurs. Well, AB will be coming back later on for some size comparisons. Bye for now, AB. Alright, so taking a look closely of our Parasaurolophus, let's start with the head here. The crest is the same crest that I had. I made a few modifications on the snout of the Parasaurolophus from my previous Camp Cretaceous series. I'm not very, I don't like that much, that particular Parasaurolophus, so probably in the near future I'll be doing or redoing that one. But for now, I'm focusing on the minions, so this one is something that I'm quite, excited for because of the changes on the designs of the head in particular. So the crest is the same, however, I added here a burlap or a skin extension on the back of its crest here. When this Parasaurolophus moves, this also moves along with it. So this is actually made from foam material that I have, the usual thing that I usually use for some of my customs. So yeah, so the face of the Parasaurolophus will have a large white marking going down from the eye, with a little bit of triangular angle to it. So yeah, you have it, a white there lined by bluish coloration of skin. The snout here, or the beak of the Parasaurolophus, is grayish blue. So the eyes has some catch lights to it, so it makes it more pop. Same here on the other side. There's some detailing of lighter blue stripes on the crest as well. So the neck area would be the same as most of my hadrosaurs that I have. The back would be similar as well with that of my other hadrosaurs. This one has white and blue stripe to it. The legs or the forelimbs actually has some articulation to it, so it can move like so. You can actually twist this as well on some degrees. You can move the arms like so, and then of course the legs also move. The tail likewise twist like that, and so that's the articulation for our Parasaurolophus. It also has here 2x3 Lego receptor or stud on the back. So yeah, so that's the closer look on our Parasaurolophus. Okay, so moving along with some size comparisons, we have here EV again, and basing it off with a size comparison between a human and a Parasaurolophus, it's quite the same. Although in Jurassic World Dominion, the Parasaurolophus there seems to be a lot smaller than it is in the Lost World, as well as the other Jurassic Park franchise movies. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah, so at least this Parasaurolophus is quite similar to what it actually is in terms of size. So that's it for you guys. So let's now compare with some of the hadrosaurs that we have under the Jurassic World and Jurassic Park franchise. Let's start with the hadrosaur from Jurassic Park, the Maiasaura. So this is our Maiasaura here. This is actually one of my favorite hadrosaurs. You can see here the stripes are very what do you call this, apparent on this particular dinosaur. The head here has some sort of gradient to it, and the head in particular is quite derpy, but I like it that way. So that's the Maiasaura for you guys. So almost the same size actually. So let's move on with the next one. We have the hadrosaur from Camp Cretaceous. This is our Ouranosaurus. So Ouranosaurus definitely looks much larger than our Parasaurolophus, but in terms of head ratio and also size, definitely our Parasaurolophus has a larger head. Of course, extending to its crest, of course, but in terms of height, because the Ouranosaurus has this large sail on its back, it looks much larger than it is. So yeah, so moving along with our next one, we have this one, an alligator. This is actually an iguanodon. So the iguanodon is seen in the Jurassic World prologue, just before the scene of the Giganotosaurus and the Tyrannosaurus Rex fighting. That's the iguanodon for you. I don't know if I will be making an iguanodon for the Jurassic World series. I like how my alligator is. I want to keep it this way. So if ever I'll be making one, probably I'll be making a separate figure. So this is the iguanodon. Of course, we will not forget one of those iconic hadrosaurs from the Jurassic Park 3 franchise. Our movie. This is the Corythosaurus. So the Corythosaurus was in Jurassic Park 3 in one of those stampeding herds. However, they were not able to create a proper or highlight on this particular hadrosaur. I like the way its color is. The head crest here is quite magnificent. This is actually based off from the head crest that we have in Jurassic World Lego game. So that's the Corythosaurus for you. Another, of course, would be none other than the Parasaurolophus from Jurassic Park. So this one, I based it off from the head of the Jurassic Park Lost World Parasaurolophus, as well as the head of the Parasaurolophus in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. That's why it looks like this. So the head here, comparing it side by side, is quite different than the head of the Jurassic World Dominion Parasaurolophus, which is quite I guess in so many ways more accurate than the head of the Parasaurolophus here that I have from before. So looking at probably remaking this one, but I like the way it is colored, but maybe probably a little bit a tweak or two wouldn't matter. Okay, and of course we have another Parasaurolophus. I know some of you haven't seen it yet, but this is the Parasaurolophus from Jurassic World the game, the level 41. So I like in particular the way it looks, the combination of colors of those teals and reds and browns and yellows and even blues. It's quite refreshing, to be honest. The exaggerated head crest to it in particular is quite amazing. So this is actually a work by EB Toy Universe by Mike. So if you guys haven't checked out his channel yet, please subscribe to that one and check out his creations, EB Toy Universe, guys. Please don't forget that. And that's it for the size comparisons. Let's now move on along with Extinct Breed Species Roll Call, and we have all the creatures that you see here and I have presented so far. But if you do have other suggestions or other comments, please comment them down below in the comment section. If you do have other suggestions of other creatures like dinosaurs, prehistoric creatures, pterosaurs, and even monsterverse creatures, please comment them down below. I want to read them up, and probably we can include that in the current collection of extinct breeds. Alright, so EB here would also like to remind you guys that all that you see here are available in our Extinct Breaks playlist over here. But I'll be placing in individual links of all the creatures here so far in the description box below so that you won't have to go through all 200 and plus videos that I have so far in this particular channel. Alright, so let's now begin with our Extinct Break species roll call. Starting from this side, this is our EBSO Universe Jurassic World Game Level 40 Parasaurolophus. This is our Extinct Breaks Jurassic Park Operation Genesis and Jurassic World Lego Parasaurolophus. This is our Extinct Breaks the Jurassic Park Novel Maiasaura. This is our Extinct Breaks Jurassic Park Jurassic World Parasaurolophus. This is our Extinct Breaks Dinosaur from Disney, Aladar or Iguanodon, and of course the start of the show here, this is our Extinct Breaks Jurassic World Dominion Parasaurolophus. And that ends our video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be putting in some video clips of our Parasaurolophus here, so stay tuned at the end of the video. Vroom 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 vroom! EB is actually racing with our Parasaurolophus here, and it's quite exciting, don't you think? And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. And for all your views, your likes, and your shares, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. That means thank you, guys. Also, please don't forget to support our other channels, EBSO Universe and The Adventures of Allan Ignacio. Please watch their videos and support their channel by subscribing. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar! Thanks everyone, and bye!